You are listening to The Vocal Technologist. Spoken tech for your ears.
Welcome back to Vocal Technologist. We're doing one of our Founder Friday sessions today, and we've been looking at some, well, frankly, some terrifying research on digital marketing.
Terrifying is one word for it.
It really feels like the ground has just completely shifted.
Mm-hmm.
The algorithms are acting in totally new ways, and everything we thought we knew about, content and visibility it's all up for debate now.
It's just an overwhelming time for founders. I mean, you're dealing with peak information overload, extreme volatility on every platform.
Right.
And if you're busy, leading a company, you don't have the time to track every single Google update.
Of course not.
So our mission today is really to cut through that complexity. We're going to focus on 3 key areas. First, how AI is basically breaking traditional content economics. Second, where visibility actually comes from now. And third, some low-cost, high-impact tactics that still work.
Okay, let's jump right in with that first one, the great algorithmic shakeup, because this is where the economics are just fundamentally breaking. We were always told, right, build evergreen content.
The long game.
Exactly, the long game. But this data shows AI is actively devaluing that entire idea.
It's a huge, huge structural change. We're seeing this massive decline in referrals from the big players. So Google referrals to a site like Wikipedia, they've dropped by a staggering 35%.
35? Wow.
And the reason is that these new AI overviews are just answering the query directly. They extract the content, synthesize it, and you never have to click through to the original site.
That's catastrophic for anyone who has invested years, literally years, in traditional SEO.
Yeah.
If Wikipedia is losing that much referral traffic, what chance does a startup have?
That's the question. And we also saw Wikipedia's human traffic.
The actual people.
The actual people. Yeah, it fell 5% year over year. Meanwhile, algorithmic activity, so scrapers and bots, that surged by 162%.
So the machines are reading, but the people aren't.
Precisely. AI is cannibalizing the web for raw material, so this forces a massive pivot. You have to reduce what you're spending on standard evergreen content and focus on what we're calling additive formats.
Okay, what does that mean for a lean startup? Like, what does additive actually look like in practice?
It means you get rewarded for net new insights the LLMs haven't seen a million times before. So instead of top 5 ways to use X, you need to be publishing original research, proprietary data.
Your own data.
Your own data, or just truly unconventional thought leadership. If you aren't adding a genuinely new perspective, you're just feeding the beast that's going to cite itself and ignore you.
Which makes measuring success terrifyingly complex.
Yeah.
How do you even track growth when AI is influencing demand 3 steps before a customer even lands on your page?
We call it attribution chaos. The big challenge here is that most of that LLM-influenced demand, it just gets misclassified. It shows up as simple direct traffic.
The black box problem.
Exactly. A user asks ChatGPT for a solution, sees your brand, searches your brand name. It looks like you did nothing, but it was AI-driven demand.
So what's the fix?
Well, fewer than 20% of teams are even using AI-specific analytics yet. But the ones who are getting it right, they're tracking predictive input metrics, and they're investing in tools like AI attribution and geofencing.
Geofencing sounds really technical. How would a founder use that to track this dark demand?
It's really just about correlating physical and digital action. So let's say you run a targeted ad campaign, but only in downtown Austin.
Okay.
Geofencing lets you see if users who are exposed to that ad, even for a second, then show up as direct traffic in that specific area soon after. It helps you connect the dots.
That's a fascinating way to do it. Okay, so since AI is changing where people search, let's talk about where the audience is actually moving. These platform shifts are a big deal.
Huge. Look at LinkedIn. Organic reach has just plummeted. We're seeing about a quarter of the feed is now sponsored content.
A whole quarter?
Yeah. And the algorithm is trying to be more like TikTok. It's pushing discovery posts from people you don't even follow.
So it's not a gentle publishing platform anymore. It's a competitive, curated battleground that favors, dramatic posts?
Absolutely. It favors high engagement stuff. Think posts about job changes or layoffs. Those get comments. Regular informational posts just get buried. Now, contract that with Pinterest.
Pinterest is the quiet rebel in all this.
It really is. They are very intentionally repositioning as a safer, more shopping-friendly platform, and they're succeeding with Gen Z. They use AI and visual search really well to help users go from just inspiration to actually taking action.
To a much higher intent
For a
audience.
much higher intent audience, yeah. They're ready to buy. It's a more mindful space than the endless scroll on other platforms.
That intent shift is the perfect lead-in to our next big finding: visibility, trust, and this new shopping funnel. We used to obsess over SEO, now it's all about AEO, answer engine optimization.
And the data here is a major wake-up call. It's all about third-party validation. Our research shows that 85% of brand mentions in AI search results. They come from external third-party websites.
Wait, say that again, 85%?
85%. From listicles, comparison sites, detailed reviews, only 13% of mentions come from a brand's own website.
Wow. So you are 6.5 times more likely to get cited externally than on your own site. That means all that time spent polishing the Why Us section is, well, it's almost irrelevant for initial discovery.
It completely flips the playbook. Your own content is vital, don't get me wrong. It builds credibility once they find you.
Sure, for when they land on your site.
But it's that external validation that drives the actual recognition in an AI search. If your PR and reviewer strategy is weak, the AI literally will not find you.
That's a massive insight.
Wow.
Okay, let's talk commerce, because the shopping funnel isn't just changing. It feels like it's collapsing into a single chat window.
Totally. Look at what PayPal did. They integrated their digital wallet right into ChatGPT. They're the first payments wallet on the platform.
So you can complete purchases right there in the chat.
Starting next year, yes. You research the product, you discuss it, and then you just buy it,
Right.
all without leaving the conversation. It's the beginning of what people are calling agentic AI commerce.
Where the AI is your shopping assistant and your checkout counter at the same time.
And this kind of spontaneous buying is already happening elsewhere. A study on streaming found that almost half of viewers make a purchase after seeing an ad while watching a show.
So it's super impulsive.
Very impulsive. 60% buy immediately when an ad catches their eye.
And I bet that decision hinges entirely on trust.
100%. The same study showed that viewers are 77% more likely to buy from independent creators. You can't fake authenticity when the decision takes 2 seconds.
Trust is the new currency. Which brings us to our last section. High leverage strategies founders can actually use. We need to ground ourselves in principles that survive any algorithm change.
Exactly. Let's get to those non-negotiable laws of brand building.
What are the most, counterintuitive principles that really matter right now?
Okay, we've isolated a few key ones. First, advertising works by nudging memory over time. It's not about driving an immediate sale today.
The long game again.
The long game. Second, real growth comes from increasing brand penetration, getting more people to try you, not from endless loyalty campaigns for your existing base. And third, you need distinctive assets.
Distinctive assets, like the colors, the tone, a unique sound. That's the stuff that sticks in memory, the stuff AI can't easily scrape.
You got it. And no one demonstrates this better than On Shoes.
Oh, their success is a phenomenal case study.
Right. In a flat footwear market, their technical credibility was good, but that alone wasn't going to beat Nike. They succeeded by layering on cultural storytelling.
They didn't just sell the cloud tech in the shoe, they sold the community and the feeling of running.
Exactly. They support Olympians and local community leaders. It makes the brand feel both aspirational and grounded. Their campaigns, like Soft Wins, use nostalgia and humor to make running feel inclusive, and it really appeals to urban Gen Z and millennials.
So performance is table stakes. Emotional resonance is what wins.
That's the differentiator.
All right, let's get into the $0 playbook. What high-impact, low-budget tactics can a founder start using today?
Low-budget events. They're your best friend. You can build a great invite list with LinkedIn Sales Navigator, or even free trials from tools like Clay or Apollo.
And you don't need a fancy venue.
No, find a free coffee shop or just organize an intentional walk in a central park. Use a free platform like Luma for RSVPs. Expect half your signups to actually show up, but the consistency builds incredible momentum.
It's trading money for time and intentionality. Speaking of impact, I was floored by that study from the hospitality school.
Oh yeah, the testimonial one. It's a perfect example of focusing on the point of decision. They increased their lead form submissions by 50%.
50%.
Just by placing a single authentic testimonial short specific with a real student photo right above the submit button.
It's that last little push of trust that addresses the hesitation right before they click.
An unbelievable return.
And finally, let's talk about holding on to customers, because retention is everything right now.
And then AI is a powerhouse here. We're seeing AI-driven retention models that can identify churn risk up to 60 days in advance
Yeah.
by analyzing behavior. Things like a sharp drop in feature usage or how often they log in. Companies using these are reducing churn by 50 to 70%, which can increase customer lifetime value by up to 200%.
It's like a crucial early warning system.
Yeah.
Okay, this has been incredibly clarifying. So if we boil it all down, there are three pillars. The AI platform decides what content works. It has to be additive.
Right.
Third-party validation decides where you are found. You have to be cited externally. And emotional resonance is how you win and keep them.
And that ties right back to the attribution chaos we started with. The biggest danger today is just relying on last-click data because it tricks you into starving the brand awareness that actually creates the demand in the first place.
So you have to mix data with intuition.
Data, intuition, and simple, direct methods like a how did you hear about a survey. Sometimes the simple things work best.
That 85% visibility statistic really feels like the true north here. If 85% of your AI visibility is external, how much should you really spend optimizing your own site versus investing in the trusted third parties that are actually citing you?
That is the core resource allocation challenge for every founder right now. Spend your budget where your customers are actually discovering you.
A truly provocative thought to end on. Thank you for joining us for this session. We'll be back next time with more actionable analyses for builders.
Spoken Tech for your ears.